What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814ADC, and today I have a very exciting unboxing to do for you guys. As you guys can see here, this is coming from Texas with love. This is a tactical powerhouse package. What else we got in here? Yeehaw for New Knife Day. And then right here, follow Lone Star Knife and Supply on TikTok, Patreon, and more. So this package is coming in from Chris over at Lone Star Knife and Supply. There's a little bit of his logo's right here, but it's covered up by a shipping sticker. But unboxing knife is the best Techman flick. This is what I've had on me this morning. Flicking it around, flicking the flick. I'm really enjoying this knife, actually. I just got this in earlier this week as part of one of the plethora of unboxings I'm doing. And I got this one in as well as the O-Knife Aeon, and they're both O-Stab Hell designs. So I've been kind of, crushing on those recently out of the, the handful of knives I've gotten in. So gonna unbox it with this. But this is a very exciting package because this is a knife that I bought personally. This isn't a pass-around package. This is one of my own knives. I always get sort of confused how to get these stupid packages unboxed. All right, there we go. Putting the flick away. We got a Pokemon card. I'm not familiar. I guess Chris must give Pokemon cards. So that is a Faulkner trainer. Very interesting. Never was super big into Pokemon, but I know Pokemon is kind of making like a comeback. People are starting to collect and spend a lot of money on them again. Got the knife in here. Then we also have a little goodie bag as well as a what do you want to call it? The shipping thing. I don't know. I'm losing the track of words. Chris said, "Thank you so much for the order. It means the world to me." Well, Chris, I'm so thankful. I'm finally getting to support you. If you don't know, Lone Star Knife and Supply, I'll leave him tagged down below. Chris is a great guy. This is my first order with him, but he has a small knife shop, online knife shop, I should say, out of his garage in Texas. He sells only high-end American-made knives, which is really cool. And I finally pulled the trigger on a Rivery Manufacturing Zero. There we go. As I drop it. I'm all over the place today, guys. But there we go. Lone Star Knife and Supply. Love his logo. Very cool. And then what else? We have a Band-Aid, which is essential, especially for me. Then we have a Lone Star Knife and Supply sticker and a Lone Star Knife and Supply sticker. Very cool. You guys know I love stickers. Now that I have a couple from him, I will definitely look for a few places to throw those onto, but getting that back into here. But yeah, guys, I finally picked up a Zero from Rivery Manufacturing. Deceptively simple knives, made in the USA. So this one is the original gray. So it's like a gray stonewashed finish, aluminum, of course, and it has their original, which kind of reminds me of like a radial milling, but it's their original pattern. But bada bing, bada boom. And then right here, Rivery Manufacturing, which is awesome. And these I've been seeing these on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok for a couple months now. And again, they're made in the USA. Knives, they utilize a razor blade, but they're held together by like two magnets, and they use a couple springs, no screws on the construction, and they just look really fidgety. They look really awesome, and I finally pulled the trigger on one. And for being honest, I saw Chris make a post about he now does Sezzle on his website, so I was thinking, I had a little bit of Sezzle money because I think I've mentioned this in the video before. Whenever I get gas and groceries at certain places, you can get on and get like money back through Sezzle. So I've been doing that and earning, a little bit of money here and there that I've been able to put into, the knife stuff. I actually got the titanium aluminum scales a couple weeks ago for my bug out. I bought those with that money, and then I had some laying around that I was able to buy this with. But Rivery Manufacturing, just kind of a little disclaimer. We have a sticker and a couple stickers like this, and a mint in case your breast stinks. So that's very, very cool. And I decided to go with a tactical powerhouse lanyard. I went with the pine green, which Chris said is one of his favorite colors. I thought the combination of green and just a normal gray looked really good. So I like that quite a bit. He had this one and he had the black in stock, but I decided to go with the just normal gray stonewash because I thought, I don't know. I like black, but I really like just a nice stonewash. And right after I ordered a couple days later, he just got a new shipment in of a bunch of anodized colors of these, and then they have a new like knurling pattern. So again, I will leave a link to his website down below. Please go check him out. Yeah, this was $70. A couple guys have codes for him. I might reach out to him and see if I could get a code set up. I think he's offered it in the past before in our pass around group, so I might look into doing that. Yeah, so obviously there is a razor blade down in there, and the thing is you slide up, I think. No, you slide. Okay, so you slide up like that. That deploys the blade, which is really cool. Then you pull down like that. Very fun, very fidgety. And again, these are held together by, I believe, well, Chris said in the one video recently, actually his video that he just did when he went over all of the new options that he has on the website for his restock, he basically said this is held together by magic because there's no screws. There's a couple magnets in here somewhere, and then it obviously uses the springs. But these guys are making these out of their, I believe, garage in East Tennessee, a pretty small group of guys, I believe, and they're honestly just have been taking over the EDC world. Like, these have been uber popular. They ran a Kickstarter for like a second version, which has like a pocket clip that you're able to push down into the scales to make it, nice and flush with it. But then whenever you need it, you can pinch it out and it'll work as a pocket clip. It's a little bit of a different style than this, but I already was talking to Brian over at BEDC. And he said that whenever he got his in, I think he said end of the year, early January, somewhere around there, he would send his new version over for me to check out. So that's already, I'm already looking forward to that in the future, to comparing these two. But I don't know. Everyone just seemed like they loved these, and I thought it would just be, a cool addition to my collection that you can carry this in addition to a folder, because obviously these are replaceable. I would have to look up a video to get familiar with how this pops apart and to replace the blade. But I mean, razor blades are a dime a dozen, and you can get like 50 in a package just having them laying around, and utilize gunking up this as opposed to like your expensive folders and things like that. So I was really excited for it. I've been really looking forward to this coming in, and now you guys get to see it. So like I said, I will leave a link to Chris's website, his Instagram down below. Again, great guy, really, really nice, very humble. He's always putting out content. I really like his videos. After I order this, if you are familiar with his stuff, you have seen every time he does orders, like he usually does like one video every day or one every other day, where he'll go through and like he'll pack up orders. He'll say like, for mine, he said Alex in Pennsylvania ordered a Rivery Zero. And you can leave him a little note, which is cool, and he'll read off and all that. So it's just very engaging with the community, which I find really cool. I love that when guys, are able to just take that a little bit of an extra step and, just, again, be personable and, be engaging with the community. But I think this is fantastic. I mean, I know this is already going to annoy my wife. I'm sure she can hear it in the other room by now. But the milling feels great. And yeah, love that lanyard. I'm not even that big of a lanyard guy, but like Chris mentioned in his videos, the lanyard works well because, for one, if you don't have it on there, you might pull it out of your pocket and like have it upside down. So this tells you how to orient the knife, and then it gives you, a little bit of a grip for your pinky to hold on to as you're, cutting through things. So very, very cool. Try to see what this says. Yeah, Rivery Manufacturing, made in the USA. You guys can see a magnet right there, a spring right there. Yeah, just a really cool, honestly, relatively inexpensive, I think, for what it is. Of course, it's aluminum and not titanium, but I love aluminum. And the fact that dudes are making this out of a garage here in the, United States, I think it's great. This was like $70. The anodized ones are a little bit closer to 100, but still, several $100 for, what you're getting for this is awesome. So, yeah, I've talked enough about it. I will be doing my full review on it, within the next month or so. So keep an eye out for that. Also, leave a comment down below if any of you guys have these in your collection. And if you do, let me know what the milling pattern is. Let me know what color it is, and just tell me. So, but thank you guys again so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your morning, evening, day, night, whenever you're watching this. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.